So glad to be back. What's up, everybody? Chuck Rucks Place the Podcast. It's November, right? Missed that Friday drop. But you know what? I had a busy Friday, right? Met with the girls in Beverly Hills, the escrow companies, had a good time, met over at the agency with one of my girls, and we just had a great exchange and just we had a talk about a bit of everything, a bit about life, a bit about positioning, a bit about who we are and what we stand for and what it is that we're trying to do as a community, right? And I had to take a break, right? I was wiped out after the celebration of Halloween, right? My kids still like to go out and do Halloween. And so we went out and did some Halloween stuff, which is I don't have a problem with it at all. It was a fun time. It was a great time. It was a festive time. It was a loving time. It was a very peaceful time, and didn't have any of all that evil aspect that so many people talk about. That ain't it. That ain't us, y'all. So let me get into this episode, and hopefully, you guys, you'll stick to the end because this is very important. We're rounding. The fourth quarter is coming to an end, right? It is coming to an end, y'all. And I haven't been on this sofa in a while, right? I've been on other sofas, but I haven't been on this sofa. I have been in other podcast studios, but I haven't been in mine. And this is home for me. And I'm glad to be here, right? I'm glad to still have this thing because this isn't easy. It takes a lot of money to be able to do this thing. And I have to go out and get that money, right? In order for me to continue this offering that I give to so many of you that appreciate it because you guys are hitting me up. You guys are, the numbers are just going through the roof. I didn't expect it. Things had slowed down. I even took a break. If y'all didn't notice, I took a break from being on the sofa and talking. I haven't had many guests on the sofa. I just promised myself that 2025, I was going to hone in on the skills and just get better and better and better at what I do. And I think I did that. I think I accomplished that. I think I went out and did some shoots and some things that some of you people have seen that if you follow me on social media, that is. If you follow me on social media, you already know. There's some things out there, y'all, that I did, man, that I blew my mind, even my own mind. And then the folks around me, they didn't know. They didn't know that power that's within me. I wanted to stop this thing, but let me tell you something. What God puts on you, you have to do. And you can run from him for as long as you can, but you just prolong what you are going to do because it is already set. It ain't up to you. It's not up to us. It's up to him, right? So let's get into this episode, right? And I had to touch on these topics here. And because for me, as I go through this journey of solidifying what I do as this podcaster that I say I am, right? And I see the reactions and how people judge the work that I've put in. Even myself, my family, what are you doing? Right? I'm asking myself, what are you doing? Every time I stop and think, just pause for a second, and I want to get away from it. I want to go back to real estate and do that full time. Then I get over in real estate and I'm doing that full time, and I want to come back to the podcasting, right? And I just can't let either one of them go because one pays the bills and one is paying the bills, right? So it is this tug of war that has me sometimes just wanting to throw the towel in, right? On both ends and say, I just want to go do something else, right? Toyed with the thoughts of leaving the country, which I could do my podcast in there. I can't say real estate was something I love to do, but I can definitely do the podcast. So I was toying with those thoughts, right? Which is on the table. That is something that is on the table for me and the family. So, yeah, that is something that I'm looking forward to doing actually, right? But that is not the topic. The topic is, well, I'll tie it in. It's about just being true, being honest with yourself. Be honest. Stop lying is what rings loudly in the mind. Stop lying to yourself. For me, stop lying to myself, right? Stop lying about what it is that you say you're going to do that you are not doing. Stop lying to people, giving your word and not following through. Stop lying to fit in some places where you don't belong, where you're not wanted, right? Stop lying to yourself saying that it's going to change. It's going to be all right if you're not going to change it. If you're not going to do something to change, stop lying to yourself, right? Be who it is that you were sent to be. And if you haven't found that person yet, then you got work to do. But you're going to work. You're going to work on it, or it's going to work on you. Some of us know we're going through some things, right? Some of us know that we're supposed to be doing something else, something other than what we're supposed to be doing tomorrow, like getting up, going to your 9 to 5 after this Sunday, right? You know that you're supposed to be doing something else, but you're afraid. But you've been telling yourself, well, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. Let me tell you something. I sat on a job for years, actually. I was in a high-end luxury community doing this job that I loved to do one end of it because it was property management. It had something to do with real estate. It had to do with billionaires, literally, right? I was touching billionaires daily. In their lives, in their homes, around their kids, around their wives, hearing things that I didn't want to hear from the wives. Sometimes hearing things from the men, the husbands, that I didn't want to hear about the wife, right? Or about the husband, or about the kids, right? And I would say, why do you put this stuff on me? I don't want to hear all of that stuff. Why are they putting this, and then it was told to me, because you're not a threat. Yeah. Then that was something that I talked about in a different episode that I won't go down that rabbit hole today because that's a sensitive issue. That's a sensitive, there was a place of understanding there. There was a place for me to try to figure out what exactly that meant. Hold on, give me a pause. All right, so that made me pull my hat off, y'all. So my point is, right? My point is, stop lying to yourself, right? Stop telling yourself something that you know you're not going to do. Stop promising yourself tomorrow when you don't know if tomorrow is coming. We never know if we're going to make it to tomorrow. I get up every day when I leave the house, when I'm going anywhere in the house. Sometimes if I get up every day early. I'm still in the Bible every day. I'm still walking every day, running every day, every night. Sometimes I go out and I don't know. Am I going to make it back home? Right? Am I right with God right now? Right? Am I right with the wife? Am I right with the kids? Am I right with myself? Am I right with my folks? And at this point in time, folks, I'm not right with anybody. Right? I got all kind of fires now because I was lying to myself about what it is that I needed to be doing. I thought I was working my butt off. I thought I was building something. I thought I was just killing it, right? And it looked like that. It looked very good sometimes, right? But then I noticed that I was falling off in different areas. I was falling off in the relationship with my mother. I was falling off with the relationship with my father. I was falling off in the relationship under my own roof, right? And not to the point where it was just total destruction, but it was total destruction to me because the standard that I have for myself, I was falling short and I was lying to myself. I was saying, it'll be okay, Chuck. It'll get better, Chuck. Don't worry about it. We got tomorrow. We'll handle that the next day. We'll handle that the next day. Then people who I believed in and I would reach out to them for certain things, they would start to push me off. They would start to push me to the back. Let's set it another day. Let's get it this time. Let's get it that time, which those times eventually came, but I had to go through the pain of looking at myself saying, well, why didn't that happen in my time? Why didn't that happen when I wanted it to happen? Did I make a promise that I didn't keep? To some folks, I made promises. I didn't keep those promises. And that ate at me. ate, getting back on the sofa in my own studio, ate at me because I had completely taken it apart, honestly, so I wouldn't focus my energy here because I had to get what I needed to get done on the real estate side of things. And then I got busy inside on and partner and taking on clients in the real estate side. But then when I expected things to move in the real estate side of things, like deals to close, nothing was closing. Then I started questioning myself. I started questioning God. Why am I questioning God? Did he not wake me up? Did he not allow me to see? Did he not allow my faculties to function? Did he not allow my limbs and all of my even my pain, y'all, even my pains, right? Did he not allow me to feel, right? Yeah, he did. So what was I questioning God for, right? I'm questioning myself then, because then I'm sending up empty promises and empty prayers, right? Because God's saying to me, I laid it out for you. Like, what else do you want from me? Some of us are depending on something that we know is not going to ever happen. We have these ideas and this belief that it's never going to happen, right? Because we're not working on it. Because we refuse to work on it. Somebody said just that I heard this lady, this woman, and say, you could be working and working and working and working and getting nowhere in your work. I keep having these interruptions, y'all. Give me another break. She was saying that you could be working, but working towards nothing. It's like shuffling the chairs on the deck. I've said that before. But then I had to sit back and I had to ponder that, right? Because she's right in one sense, but then in another sense, she's wrong, right? In my eyes, in my opinion, right? Because you could work and work and work and work on something till that something just has to give. Let me tell you, the process of erosion takes forever. But that ocean coming in and going out and coming in and going out, or water running down a mountain, or someone just tracking through your yard for years, right? Walking through your yard. Your kids may be walking through a yard. Maybe some kids are cutting through your yard. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And eventually a trail forms. You walk through the forest long enough and you walk on the same path, then that path becomes a path, right? So that takes work. That takes an erosive process that happens over and over and over and over again. So if you work constantly towards something over and over and over and over again, eventually the levee breaks. It has to. That's what success is. Something that's done repeatedly, something that you are doing that feels weird and delusional. You got to be God doggone it crazy in order for it to happen for you. And if you're not, and if you're playing it safe, then it won't happen for you, especially if it's something that is life changing. If it's going to change your life, then you are going to pay a price with your work. And here's the thing about it, y'all. People only remember you for your work. Think about it. Any artist, anybody that you follow, any player, any entertainer, any art, any teacher, your man, your woman, your kids, remember you for the work that you put in. Those who have gone and passed on, transitioned from this world into heavenly world, the realm, the spiritual. You remember them. I remember that pie that grandmama used to make. I remember when grandpa used to do da da da. I remember when dad da 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 or mom da 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 did this, did that, did the perfect game. The word is did what they did. You remember what they did, right? Not so much the individual. So once you get that locked down into your heart, you start to understand It's about what you do that people remember you, not who you are. Right? People could repeat the lyrics and recite your lyrics and run your plays and steal your plays, right? And remember your work, or remember you robbed them, or remember you robbed them, right? Or they robbed you, or however. It was the action that you remember, not the individual, right? You put a name on it, but that action more so solidifies the relationship. So that's the point. You got to go do some work. So with her saying, the woman that I was watching, she was speaking and she was saying that, uh, she said something about sitting still. Man, let me tell you this. You could sit still as long as you want. You could put anything. There's some things in here on my sofa that just sits there. And then I will sit there and they will not move. You can sit on your sofa all day long and not a dollar will reach your pocket. Not a change in your life will ever happen other than the day and the minute and the hour and the second. And you know what I'm saying. Nothing will change. Not in your situation. But you will get older and older and older and older. The point is, stop lying about that work that you know you need to go put in. Stop lying about how people make you feel a certain kind of way so you can't do what you are supposed to do. Stop lying to yourself, worrying about what other people think and what other people are doing. You got to not give a fuck about what they say, what they do, and what that voice in your head is telling you that they are saying. Stop putting your vision on other people. I would tell my family, my kids, even myself. Stop putting somebody else's words in my mouth as if I heard them say it. Right? It don't work that way. We're individuals. You're an individual. And what you're saying to yourself ultimately rules the day, rules the night, rules the hour, rules the minute, rules the second. What you were saying, what your thoughts, your words. I keep saying it over and over to y'all, man. Your words are everything. They create your reality. They are so powerful. So choose what you're saying to yourself. And if you're telling yourself lies, then you got to stop telling yourself lies. You got to stop lying to yourself, right? You got to stop saying that, well, this should be enough and that should be enough. No, it's not enough. If it hasn't broke, if you haven't had your breakthrough yet, then you haven't done enough work. Stop crying and stop telling yourself that things are not going to work out for you. That's another lie. I'm scared. That's another lie. They're going to do this. They're going to say that. That's another lie. They're not going to accept me. That's another lie. And even if they don't, how did you know? Someone said to me, stop creating the answer for something that hasn't happened yet. Stop creating an emotion for something in the future today. I hope y'all got that. Stop creating the emotion of something that you haven't even experienced yet. If it's negative 100%, cut it out. Stop it. Stop it right away. All right? Because then you're playing God. Because only God knows what happens in the next second, millisecond. We don't. It's not possible for you to know that. Stop worrying about Monday when you got Sunday. You're a part of it today. Thank you for tuning in right now because you're doing something about Monday, but you're living in the moment today because you're here with me. Stop lying. Be honest with yourself. Be straightforward with you first, and then you can be straightforward with the rest of us. But give yourself the truth that you are, that you were born to be, that your light speaks of you, whether you want it to or not. Oh my God, if I could say that again, there's a light that shines on all of us, and you can't turn it off. And what you're doing under that light can be seen. So when they say what's done in the darkness comes to light, you are always in the light because God always got his eyes on you. Aha! Oh, what a beautiful thing that is, right? And you can't lie to him. That means you can't lie to you because God lives within you. All right? Love y'all, man. And I'm glad to be back on the sofa. This is Chuck Rucker. I hope y'all received this message. Just be straight, be true with you. Stop lying about the things that you say that you're going to do. Get to it. Stop pushing things off. And I'm glad to be back because I was pushing this off, right? I was going through some things. Like I always tell you, I'm just straight with you. I'm honest about what I do here on Rucks Place. And that's why you keep coming back. I hope and I believe that. I got no time to bullshit because I really just don't care. I care about you. I care about educating you. But all the naysayers and the people that don't believe in us, I could care less, y'all. All right. Thank y'all for rocking with me. And have a beautiful November. I'll catch you guys next Friday. The drop will be there. Shout out to Rucker, RETC. Transaction coordination done to perfection. Shout out to Rucks Place. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with me. Give a shout out to Winifred Summers. Oh, you're a light. Shout out to all of the people that rock with me, and I'll catch y'all guys